Election into the local governments in the state of Osun has been scheduled to hold on January 27th next year. This will be in fulfillment of the yearning of the people for democratic participation at the grassroots. The Electoral Umpire, State of Osun Independent Electoral Commission, OSIEC, announced this after the consultation with stakeholders and political parties. This election is unique and therefore calls for enlightenment and aggressive advocacy for the people to understand what it is all about, what to expect, and how best to take advantage of it. For the first time in the annals of the state, election into the local government will be conducted under a parliamentary system. By way of definition, parliamentary system of government is a system of democratic government where the executive functionaries are not elected directly but emerge from the legislature. This means that in the case of the local government, only councillors representing their wards will be directly elected by the people. No chairman will be elected directly. It is at the inauguration of the parliament that the councillors will elect their chairperson from among them. All the supervisory councillors, the equivalent of commissioners and ministers, will be appointed from among the councillors also. The guidelines for these elections have been encapsulated in a document titled State of Osun Independent Electoral Commission Bill 2017. This document has 86 chapters but cut across various issues relating to the conduct of local government elections in the state and has been sent to the State of Osun House of Assembly to be passed into law. This election and the system of government it will bring to the grassroots are novel and hold a lot of merits for the growth and development of democracy in our dear state. In a fundamental sense, parliamentary election is a check on and a vast improvement on the authoritarian tendencies of executive form of government in which power is concentrated in the hands of an individual. Lord Action warned us that all power is corrupt, but absolute power corrupts absolutely. The merit of a parliamentary system of democracy is not limited to its democratic essence. It is also less expensive. Executive members are already elected parliament members, merging two separate offices into one, thereby saving money for the government. It is also less expensive to campaign for an election under the system. For local government election, all it takes is for a candidate to limit his campaign activities to his or her ward and win there. He or she can then become the chairperson if majority of the councillors so wished. This is unlike the executive system in which a chairmanship candidate are to campaign in all the wards within the council. Parliamentary democracy also makes legislation and doing government business easy, since the same party or coalition of parties that run the executive arm also form the majority in parliament. Because the executive and the parliament are unified, the government can pass laws more quickly and efficiently. It is good to note also that the recent World Bank report states that countries with parliamentary system are less prone to corruption compared to those with executive system. This further underscores the importance and desirability of a parliamentary system. Studies by political science scholars have established that parliamentary democracies are more stable than the executive on the average. They argued that since the Second World War, 2/3 of the Third World countries that adopted parliamentary system made transition to democracy, while most, if not all, that adopted executive system failed and experienced coup d'etat and constitutional breakdowns at some point. The lifeblood of the parliamentary system is its capacity to engage people. The parliament, however, is the crucible where every lawmaker's worth is tested. By virtue of the lawmakers' contributions to debate and issues on the floor of the parliament, the people get to know the worth of their representatives in intellectual depth, wisdom, and grasp of issues. All is set for this novel idea. It is hoped that we all participate in it and make it work for the democratic development and betterment of our state.